welcome back to Beauty Bee. Today's video is going to be a dupe tutorial inspired by the new Colourpop Hocus Pocus collaboration. Now, I think it's important to say for right off the bat that this is a dupe tutorial. That means I don't have the Hocus Pocus palette. So if you're looking for a review or a first impression or swatches of that, sorry, this isn't the video you're looking for. Hope to see you next time. Bye. So if you are not interested in seeing the actual palette, I'm going to be doing a look that you could do with that palette. I do these in an effort to keep myself from buying more makeup, and so far it has been very successful. So I will put up right now a picture of the palette with the shades you would need to do the same look that I'm doing, starred, because I want this to be useful for people who actually do have the palette as well. And let's get into it. So my intention is to keep this kind of an olivey, smoky eye. I want to use that shimmery black and that shimmery sort of olive gold, very pretty color, all over the lid, and then I'll use something to blend it out. I haven't really thought that far ahead yet. So I'm going to start with this shimmery black. Obviously, I would be a hypocrite if I acted like you need what I am using to do this look. However, I will list everything in the description box in case you're curious or want to see swatches or anything. So I'm just going to put that on this quite thick smudger brush. And I'm going to line my upper lid with that. I don't really care about being super neat with this because I'm going to blend all over it. However, I do want to make sure that I get all the way to the lash line. Reloading. I'm gonna have to wash my hands. This black has a lot of kick up. So this is a 90s kid. I'm not sure if I should really admit this, but I don't think I've ever seen the end of Hocus Pocus. I've definitely seen like the first 2/3 to 3/4 of the movie, but I don't think I've given it a try since I was probably 8 or 9, and I just got so scared by the time they got back to the cabin, I think, that I just gave up. I feel like I would be okay with it now. I mean, I've watched plenty of horror movies over the years, but man, Hocus Pocus terrified me when I was little. Why am I not finding the brush that I want? So I'm going to go in with this shader brush and this gold green shade and put it all over the lid. I have Disney Plus now, so I feel like I should give it another go. But I just never have. But I've decided that since we don't get any other holidays this year practically, that the entire month of October as well as the last 2 days of September are going to be Halloween, at least in my little world. So there's going to be so much spooky time that I might as well watch Hocus Pocus because I'm going to run out of things to do otherwise. Why am I trying to do this with my left hand? That would be a bad idea. Now I have to remember to actually take the mirror image of this in editing. Otherwise, I'm going to look really silly calling this my right hand. Okay, So that's actually looking pretty good, I think. Honestly, I'd be okay with going out just as is. I definitely want to add some highlight under the brow. So for that, I think I'm going to go into this NYX palette. I'm going to use this shimmery sort of cream shade. And I'm going to just clean off that shader brush. Hopefully I'm not shaking the camera as I do that. Okay. I'm just going to stick that under the brow. This is such a pretty palette. I love the pops. I do think it's a little too similar to some of the other things they've been releasing recently, which, you know, it's Colourpop, so shocker there, right? But I do think the olive really makes this feel more Halloween than the garden variety and what was the other one? I feel like garden variety was the closest one to this. I'll put up a picture of that so we can compare. And then I'll try to figure out what I want to do next. I feel like I should blend this out. So I'm going to go in with a very warm brown. It's almost a camel brown. And I'm going to take that just on this little transition brush. I'm going to go in very lightly. I'm just tapping in and then tapping off. I don't want to add a lot of color. I just want to make this transition a little more seamless. Tapping in again. Okay, so that's looking good. I do feel like everything is coming off a little off color on camera. I don't know why. Probably because it's just really cloudy day and I can't get any natural light, but it is looking quite like a midpoint between olive and gold in person. Okay, and I think I want to put a little bit more of the black and green mixture under my eyes. But I'm going to start with the green because after the green, I might decide it's too much. I mean, it would be very easy to overload on the black right off bat, but I think the green is more important. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I have just a couple of little speckles of glitter on my face. That is not from anything I'm using today. I just wasn't able to get all of the glitter I was wearing yesterday off. I didn't feel like scrubbing anymore. Okay, do I even need that black? I actually just like the green, I think. Though maybe. Here's a thought. What if I did kind of the cute little mod thing and added just tiny little dots with the edge of my angled liner brush with the black? Yeah, I like that. Okay, so I think we're good on the eyes. I am going to add mascara, of course, both top and bottom, but I'll probably do that off camera. I've already filled in my brows, so that's good. Now let's take care of cheeks and lips. And close these while I'm at it before I make a mess of everything. Okay. It will be no surprise to people who watch this channel very often, I will be using my Tarte Harmony blush. I feel like this is just such an easy blush for me. It goes with absolutely everything. It's sort of a pinky nude on me. So that's looking good. I'm going to add some Essence Pure Nude highlight. This is just a really pretty sort of peachy gold. I think you can tell that it's a little darker than my skin tone. However, it still works as a highlight on me now. I'm not sure that it will in a couple months as we get further into fall and then winter, but for now, I am going to get all the use I can out of it. This is just so smooth. I love how it doesn't have any glitter in it. Let's see. Okay, I think that's all looking good. Now comes the question of the lips. So I pull actually like a bunch of things because I have no self-control. I pulled the red because I feel like you have to pull the red with this collection because they've got like 3 different red lipsticks. But I feel like that would be a lot. Yeah, I need to like go to the grocery store, though no one would see it because I'm wearing my mask. We'll consider it. I think the more safe bet is going with this. This is a Colourpop, so fitting, just a tint in a Go-Go. It's this very berry pink. You can definitely apply it a little more full color than that, but I wanted to keep things pretty light because, you know, my eyes are green and I'm wearing green pants, so that would be kind of a lot. Let's see. Yeah, I will apply some mascara and we will talk in just a sec. Okay, so I've added my mascara and I fixed the camera because I think it had been a little more crooked than usual even this entire time I was filming. I really like this look and I think the palette is very pretty. I do think that Colourpop is trolling us a little bit because it seems like they put in everyone's pet peeves. Like they're not quite repeating shades, but definitely repeating this very neutral with pops of purple, pink, and green that we've seen, I want to say like 3 or 4 different times over the past couple months. They've got the pressed glitter, which their detractors always rag on. They've got a glittery black, which I feel like people complain about all the time in various palettes. And they've got these mattes with glitter in them, which I actually kind of like. But wow, the jury has come back on that one and people do not seem to like it. However, it is really pretty. I think the Hocus Pocus packaging and theme is really cute. And I mean, I really like the look that I would have created if I had this palette in my hands. So what's the point of this video? Is it to tell you to never buy anything ever? Absolutely not. I do hope, though, that this inspires people to maybe take another look at their collection before they buy new releases. Think about whether it's really something that's new and will add value, or if it's a bit redundant. For me, I think this is redundant. I mean, clearly I do not have the emotional attachment to Hocus Pocus, having never seen the full movie. And I suspect that is different for a lot of people. However, you do you. If you want this, if you think this will bring you joy, even if you do have similar things, go right ahead. Don't let me hold you back. Okay, I think that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you'll consider liking and subscribing if you do. Hope to see you next time. Bye!